Hello everyone, this video is about all of the issues that I was facing on my arriving day in Morocco. The first night was pretty rough for me. If it's your first time traveling to Morocco like it was for me, you might not be aware of all of these situations. So I just want to share with you my experiences. Maybe you could learn something useful from it and get yourself more prepared before your trip to Morocco. First issue is about the SIM card. So I flew from Luxembourg to Tangier, the city located in the northern part of Morocco. I arrived in the airport quite late, around 1 or 2 midnight, so all of the SIM card stores were already closed. I could not get any SIM card for myself, and I also didn't sign up for any eSIM because I was not really familiar with that, and I was thinking that I could pay less. I could save up some money by using the local physical SIM than paying for the eSIM. After all, I just didn't get any SIM for myself, and I think it was a big mistake because no SIM means no internet, no maps, no calls, no way to communicate. That potentially could cause more issues later. You don't know, and I will explain to you more about it. Second issue, language barrier. I got out of the airport trying to get a taxi for myself. No one spoke English. As what I noticed, the taxi drivers that just speak Arabic, French, and Spanish, when I just only speak Vietnamese and English. So if you are from the country that speak those languages, Arabic, French, and Spanish, it's going to be your biggest advantage when traveling to Morocco. But without the internet translation app, it was really hard for me to communicate with people. But luckily, after all of the guessing words using the body language, I still could manage to get a taxi for myself. But remember, language is really something really important here. Third issue, taxi overcharge. My hostel stays in Medina. Medina means hotel in local term. When I had the internet, I did check the price, the normal price for the ride from the airport to any hostel or hotel in Medina, and people say that it normally less than 90 dirhams at nighttime, but in daytime it could be much cheaper. But do you know how much the taxi driver charged me for the ride from the airport to my hostel? I paid 200 dirhams. It's even more than double because I didn't see myself having any other option than that except for sleeping in the airport, and I was also really tired after an exhausting day moving from different airports to airports. So I just wanted to move quick to my hostel for laying down, resting, and sleeping. So I was okay with 200 dirhams, but might the taxi overcharge, especially at nighttime. The next issue is something that you really need to take it serious. This is something that I didn't know before coming to Morocco. It's about the fact that the taxi cannot get inside the Medina. And why is it serious? Before flying to Morocco, I was considering between if I should book the flight which arrived early in daytime or just arrive late in the nighttime, and I felt the night flight was cheaper. So but I was thinking that I could pay for the taxi, and it's not gonna be any problem if the taxi driver just drop me in front of the hostel. So just book the cheaper flight. But the fact about taxi cannot get inside the Medina was something that I was missing. That is really important, especially when you arrive at late night. For me, in my case, when I reached the Medina, it was around 2 or 3. It was so late and dark. If you know about Medina, it's just all of the small narrow alley inside. When you walk alone by yourself at late night in small narrow alleys that, it would be really scary. And another thing is about the reality. When you walk there, you were not alone. There would be a lot of men standing and sitting in the street around 2, 3 in the nighttime. I don't know why people didn't go to sleep. That was something that I was really shocked when I was traveling in Morocco. People, mostly men, staying up really late and being outside in the street at nighttime. When I was walking there, I was feeling a little bit scary, but when I got more experience traveling across Morocco for a month, my fear for it was getting less because I got more experience with that. But at the beginning of the trip, it was something could freak me out. So you gotta mind about this fact that the taxi cannot get inside the Medina. They just can drop you outside the gate. From that entrance, you need to walk by yourself to your hostel. If your hostel close to the gate, then it's not gonna be a problem. But if it's a little bit far, then it's gonna be a problem. For me, it's around 10-minute walking. If it's my first time being here, I have no idea about the place, and also I'm a female solo traveler. Being there at midnight, I don't think it's a good idea for just walking by myself inside that area. If I know about this earlier, I would book the flight arriving in daytime rather than arriving late in the midnight. So I just knew about this Medina rule when I was talking to the taxi driver outside the airport. The communication was hard, but I still could get like what they were trying to say to me. I was okay with paying 200 dirhams, but with a condition that taxi driver should like walk with me to the hostel too. The taxi driver was okay with that. That's the solution. But I guess like in your case, if you know about this kind of thing before your trip, just maybe book the daytime arriving flight instead of nighttime, or maybe ask the hostel staff to help you go walk from the entrance of the Medina to the hostel. That is something that I'm really disappointed about the hostel staff, and it's gonna be the fifth issues that happened to me that I was not happy about. Is about the unhelpful hostel staff. My taxi driver tried to call my hostel staff with his phone asking about the address, and also asked him to help me to walk me from the entrance of the Medina to the hostel, but he refused. Even I was trying to tell him I'm just like alone here, and this is my first time being here. Now it's quite late. I don't know like is it safe for me to walk or not. I've heard that it's really hard to walk inside the Medina at night time. It would be really risky and dangerous for me if I just walk by myself there. But like despite all of my negotiation skill, the hostel staff was so persistent refusing to walk with me. I didn't want to force him, and then I was okay. I know it was late and it's supposed to be the time for people to sleep. It's already like 3, but it was actually like his shift for working, and he was awake around that time till the morning, and he sleep in the daytime, and other people gonna work in the daytime. The nighttime was like actually his working time, as what I knew, but he said it was not his responsibility to walk with me. In my travel experience, I rarely ask people to help me. Normally when I travel even like to different country without like asking them to help me, but they was just like so welcome. Did you need any help? Did you want me to go there and get me to the place? Is it hard for you to find out the place? But in this case, it was so late. I was alone in the country that was so new to me. First time like traveling to Morocco and in Africa. So I was so shocked when he just refused me like that. To be honest, I was quite disappointed, but thankfully, the taxi driver agreed to walk with me. I felt saved. But the happiness didn't last that long. When we got to the Medina, the taxi driver suddenly refused to walk with me, and I didn't know why. He was like looking around trying to find a place to park the car. I could see that there were few cars just like parking outside, but he was just driving around, and I don't know, but I just felt like there was a confusion in his face, and I tried to say that you already agree with me. I also agree to pay you more if you walk with me. Why would you change? Why now everything becomes so difficult? When we were in this kind of complicated situation, then there was a random local guy just like approaching us, first saying hello to me and then talking to the driver. They were saying something, and then the local guy just like turned to me and saying that don't worry, I know your hostel, I'm from here, I know like everywhere here, and I'm on the way to go home. Your hostel is on the way, I could help you, I'm gonna walk with you, no worries, it's free, I'm not gonna get you money because I'm just like on the way to go home. Don't worry about that, madam. We like Moroccan people, we are nice people, we are really hospitable, we are welcoming you guys. It's a stranger that I've just met. I cannot completely trust what he was saying, so I need to make the decision on my own. I have 3 options here. First option is the help from the taxi driver, but he refused, so this option not working anymore. Second option, walking alone, but it's so late and I don't know, is there any potential risk, something dangerous inside the Medina? I don't have a map, no internet with me, no way to contact with the hostel staff. How can I get there like by myself? So that option doesn't sound good to execute. The third option is about this stranger, the random local guy offering the help. At least it seems like a slim chance for me to get to the hostel safe, but if he does something to me, I don't know how can I react. I just follow my gut feeling. Then I decided to walk with him, but then it became one of the most scary walk in Morocco for me. When we were walking in bigger and brighter street, I was trying to record the video. The guy just stopped me and saying that like it's not safe to record the video or using phone here. Just like put your phone in the pocket, someone could steal the phone from you, be careful about that. So I was like quite scared and put my phone in the pocket, not recording any video during the walk. The deeper we walk in the Medina, the LA got smaller and darker but not emptier. I noticed so many groups of men standing and sitting inside the LA, no women. And whenever we passed the group of men, this guy just tried to shield me with his arm like this and whispering to me, these people are bad people, just stay close to me. Like I was walking behind him, he just like keep his arm like this, trying to protect me, you know. But the more he was doing that, it just like made me more nervous. I was really in fear. He made me so scared and believe that these people are really bad people. They look scary to me too. So I just like staying like really close to him from behind, kept walking with my heart just like beating really fast. And I was just like praying inside my mind, please don't do anything to me. Please God save me. Finally, I'm feeling blessed when we reached the hostel, but I even didn't know where exactly my hostel was. He said that we are really close, but he even didn't tell me like where's my hostel. He just like kept me in distance with the hostel, you know. He just telling me like we are really close, just like few steps, then I will get to the hostel. And then I was like, I was feeling so blessed and thank him so much like for helping me. Like without him, I don't know like whether I could be safe. I hope you have a good night and have a good life and have a good health and everything. I just like try to give him all of the sweetest and best words that I could give. But then do you know what did he say after all? He said, Madam, now it's so late. This time people are already in bed sleeping, and I'm still here walking with you, middle of the night, late, trying to help you, protecting you from bad people. Without me, you can't be here. When he was saying that, I just felt like something's changed, but I still try to respond with all of my respect that yes, that's why I just want to say thank you so much when being here and helping me this late. Then he said, Madam, there's nothing for free in this life. He didn't say money, but the way he used the hand, his fingers already showed like what he really wanted was the money. Then I said, but you said you are on the way to go home and you can walk with me. You said it's just free, you're just trying to help, but why right now you are asking me for the money? He said, Madam, there's nothing for free in this life. Then he asked me for 200 dirhams. I said I don't have money. I didn't have the money like with me in dirhams, but I still have some euros left in my pocket. And he said 20 euros. I said no, but I don't have that much money. I just have a 10 euros left. He said 10 euros is okay. And I gave the money to him. It was still good when I have exactly this number of money in the pocket of the small backpack that I was carrying with me. If I had more money, I think he could, do something else to me, maybe like stealing or ask for all of this money. I don't know, but it was still good when I just like had 10 euros left in the pocket and just like gave the money to him. And after giving the money, he was like being back the normal face, showing his kind, friendly, nice face like when we first met. Even he bowed to me like this. Thank you, madam, still like keeping his hand on his chest. I hope you have a good night and enjoy your trip in Morocco. And he just left. I was so speechless about everything just happened to me, but at least if I could pay money and be safe, I would like to pay. I mean my emotion was like a roller coaster. When I got the taxi, I was so happy, and when I was talking to the hostel staff saying like refusing to help me, I was sad, disappointed. And then when the taxi driver agreed to help me, I was happy again. But when then the taxi driver refused to walk with me, I was sad and disappointed again. But then there's a guy like approaching and offering the help. I was feeling like safe again. And then I met like different groups of men in the street walking in the dark. There was no woman in the street at all, just only men, scaring me to the hell. And walking with a stranger, not knowing like he's gonna do bad thing or good thing to me, he's really helping me, or maybe he has different purposes. But after all, it's just not a simple help. He's just doing that for the money. I really hope my story could help you to aware of the situation that might happen to you and just prepare, avoid something like this happen. Always plan ahead, book an early flight, or if you fly late, just get an eSIM in case you need it. Research about the local scam, be extra cautious at night in unfamiliar places. And if you are in my case, would you handle the situation differently? Just let me know in your comment down below. I would like to hear about it from you.